Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleeds podcast. I am Chris Witt, and with me, as always, is Mr. Adam Schmidt. Adam, how are you today?
I'm really good. How are you?
But I am phenomenal. We had a little week break. I was in the beautiful state of Washington, in the mountains, just about an hour outside of Spokane last week. Kettle Falls, Cholula. Not sure how to say the word where we actually were.
Okay.
But so I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I got some good stories from the trip. Was on 4 different planes. So a lot of plane flying stories, but I'm not going to lie to you, Adam. We were talking the other night, doing a little show prep, if you will, and talking a little bit about stuff. We try not to get into details too deep about the stories that we personally want to talk about, like personal stories.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me when we are just talking about what we're going to go over, right? You got Major League Baseball World Series. You've got, which we just found out is going to be the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. How disappointed is Major League Baseball in that? We should play a game called Do You Know? And I just start naming names and you say if they're number one, if they're on. I should keep it simple. So they're on the team, but you got to decide which team they're on.
Yeah.
We might do that.
I won't be good at that.
We might do that later in the show. Just came up with that. But anyway, Adam tells me that he's been dog sitting for 2 weeks, or you are dog sitting for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Nosebleeds podcast regular, you know Adam and animals, insects, anything outside of humans are not Adam's thing.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. Like they used to feed Hoover by throwing a ball while it was on a 20-foot lead, throwing a ball to make it chase a ball, slide, because they were still too scared to get close, slide dog food across the driveway so it could eat.
Yeah, that's right.
And by the way, that's a little beagle or something. It was like a little tiny,
dog,
it was a little tiny little yapper. Yeah. Anyway, that's Adam with dogs. So let's get started. Let's start off with Reese's. Once again, Adam is just becoming the baker, I think. Is this correct? Did you bake something again?
Yeah, that's right.
So we're going to get into the Reese's. And while we're eating Reese's, Adam, I need to know, number one, whose dog, number 2, how it happened, who do you personally know that would look at you and say, will you dog sit? Not just for a day or two, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
To make it even funnier, an ex-girlfriend.
That might be oh my God. He just unraveled what he baked. This is a cinnamon crumb cake. What do they call this?
This is a coffee cake.
Coffee cake. Coffee cake. Oh, look, and plastic utensils. Love it. Adam is ready to go. This is a coffee cake. Adam, tell us what we're eating here, bud.
This is the Reese's coffee cake. It is peanut butter coffee cake mix.
Oh.
And it contains Reese's peanut butter chips in the coffee cake.
How did this smell when you were baking it?
Like $1 trillion.
Have you eaten any yet?
No, I've not. But my nephew was over.
Yeah.
Because my brother brought 2 of his kids and his wife over. Take half of that. Take all the.
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right. So and
slow and steady wins the race here, bub.
And they came over while I was baking this, and so it came out, and he's like, "Can I have some?" And so he tried a little bit of it, and he loved it.
Okay. Well, Adam, we each have put the first bite in. First impressions, my man.
Yeah. Oh, second bite was even better. Definitely get the peanut butter flavor.
Lots of peanut butter flavor.
Yep. There's no chocolate whatsoever in this. So this is
strictly Reese's peanut butter. This is a lot like the peanut butter cookies that you made.
Yeah.
So a lot of that same flavors popping through here.
And I love it in the cake form. I like a coffee cake anyway, just a traditional regular coffee cake.
I love a good coffee cake.
Mm-hmm. And then you
Look at those little
and then you add
peanut butter chips.
and then you add the Reese's peanut butter to it. Come on now.
It doesn't get any worse. That's for daggone sure.
Nope. 9-7.
Whoa, big number.
Take your time.
Here's the deal.
Take your time.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
It's delicious. Okay. When it comes to cake, I'm not the biggest cake guy.
Okay.
I eat cake. I like a good coffee cake as long as it's got a ton of sugar on top. That's the way I eat my coffee cake.
Yep, cinnamon.
Cinnamon sugar. This is delicious, by the way. I can't get it that high though, because we are comparing. This is on the Reese scale. This isn't on the coffee cake scale. Right. Coffee cake scale, this is probably 9.9.
Oh.
On a coffee cake scale.
Okay.
On a Reese's scale, I'm probably like an 8.7.
Oh, okay. That does make sense. That does make perfect sense.
This thing's delicious. And I eat this anytime it's made. I'm scarfing it right now. But on the Reese's scale, I just can't get it as high as any of the other Reese's that we've had.
I do get that.
So good though.
It's like we said, it's missing chocolate.
It is.
So it's not. Yep. That alone is gonna drop a little bit. Yeah, I like it a lot though.
It's very good. Well done by you. Bloop, beep, beep, beep. 3 in a row. Baked goods. Adam Crocker over here. Are you Betty's? Are you Betty's long lost son?
Betty's great grandson.
Wow, man, you're making Betty out to be pretty old there.
Just assuming.
Yeah, that's delicious. It really is good. I don't mean to say by the 8.7 that it's not good.
No,
really good. Just on the Reese scale.
I get it. All right, so back to
now we're done with that. I found out that the dog's name's Teddy. That was way more information than I wanted, because I really want to hear this whole thing. Even better that it's an ex-girlfriend. So you're telling me that,
let me tell you,
actually, this is a great ex-girlfriend move. She's like, we're done. All right. You don't like dogs. I know you can't say no. So I'm going to ask you to watch my dog. Guess what? Not for a day, not for a weekend, not for a week, not for 10 days, for 2 weeks.
She's moving from one city to another city in a different state.
Moving from Covington to Florence?
No. No. But she is moving about 2 hours away from where she is now. And she's transferring locations where she works. So they're asking her to work at one location from now until the end of the year.
Okay.
She's moving to another city that is not that location, that she will then be transferring to permanently after that.
Okay.
So she's moving to that city that she's eventually going to be working from.
Okay.
There's a 2-week period where she is waiting on the apartment that she has to be ready to move into.
Okay.
And during those 2 weeks, she has to live in a hotel.
Okay.
The hotel is not a dog-friendly hotel.
Well,
so
I mean, here's my thought process.
Okay.
You get to they're moving you somewhere, right? So they're putting her up in a hotel.
Yep.
There's a lot of hotels, a lot of them. Probably could even find one just as nice, a little cheaper, that'll let you have a dog.
That's the thing. Yeah, she said that, a lot of the hotels that do allow pets, which this makes perfect sense to me, are not as nice.
Well, sure, they got dog crap all piss all over it.
Yeah, and it smells like dogs and
Mhm.
hair and all that nasty, disgusting stuff. So, so so the one she's staying in does not allow pets. So,
How much do you hate coming to my house every single week?
oh no, no, it's my house that I have a problem with having dogs in.
Yeah. All right. So 2 weeks. So where are we at on that 2 week scale?
We're a week and a half in.
Wow, dude, home stretch.
Home stretch.
How's Teddy doing?
Teddy, and this is me saying this, remember, Teddy's a great dog. He's
Huh.
a great dog. So he listens, he is pretty well trained and that kind of thing. It's been even like the nights have been even better because I was expecting to get up in the middle of the night at least once every night.
Well, how old
and
is
have to
this
let him
dog?
out.
How old is this dog?
He's almost 4.
You ain't getting up in the middle of the night, man. I wish I would have talked to you before this. Nah, you're fine. You ain't getting up in the middle of the night. That dog sleep right through the night.
In past experience, I've gotten up in the middle of the night sometimes with this dog. But
that dog just didn't like you laying in his side of the bed.
He's not in any bed that I'm in. So anyway,
like I said, he just wanted you out. He didn't ever go to the bathroom.
Maybe.
He just wanted you out.
Maybe. And sometimes he does act like he needs to go to the bathroom and he just wants to go outside and mess around.
Mm-hmm.
So he will put his paws up on my bed.
Gotcha.
And which is asking for attention or to go out or something
Hook
like
me
that.
up, dude. I'm trying to talk to you.
I was advised to tell him to go lay down firmly.
Okay.
So I've tried that.
Doesn't work.
It has worked.
Oh, it has.
It has worked.
What a good dog.
I think one time because he might have to go, but if I tell him no, he'll hold it.
He'll hang on. He'll hang on for a minute. Yeah.
He'll hold it. So and he has. So
Is
one
he
time so far.
crate trained when you're gone?
Yes, he stays in the crate when I'm at work. Yes,
gotcha.
Which I feel terrible about, but he does really well.
Man, my dogs loved it. I open the door and say cage. Boom, they go straight downstairs. They got a nice little bed in there. It's soft. They lay in there. They sometimes we'll come home. I forget to get them out. It'd be an hour and a half. I'll be like, "Where's the dogs?" Come down. They're just laying in their cage. They're good.
Yeah, he'll go in there and just sit sometimes when he doesn't have to be in there.
Yeah.
So anyway,
this is a lot of positive talk about dogs from you. This is awesome. Are you gonna get a dog?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering
because this dog sheds.
Yeah,
this dog definitely sheds, and you can't always see it. But if like a couple times, like the sunlight will be coming in the window, and you see there either I pet him or he shakes or whatever. Or he's running around, doing his little.
It's a lot of hair, bro. It's a lot of hair.
You see all the hair falling off. I'm like, oh.
Dude, we have because we got rid of all the carpet, right? I put all new floors throughout the whole house, so there's no carpet in my house. And
bedrooms?
No, none of the bedroom. It's totally hardwood floors upstairs. And do what?
I'm glad you're saying this because I want to talk to you about this anyway.
And dude, like. Aaron sweeps twice a day. Yeah. And still, even then, there'll be, what do you call it? Tumbleweeds going across the house, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just rolling across the hardwood floor somewhere, rolling across the tile, rolling across something. You just get, I got a white dog and a black dog, and the white dog is a husky. And boy, that dog, holy cow, that hair's everywhere, brother. So what kind of dog is this?
I don't know.
Mutt? Just a mutt?
I think, yeah.
Just got a little bit of everything in him.
He's a little brown, a little black. But he's about medium size, small to medium size.
Compared to mine, what are my dogs in your eyes?
Your dogs are large dogs.
They're not large. My dogs are medium-sized dogs.
They're on the very top end of medium size. Have to be, right?
I mean,
especially Remy.
They're the same size. They're both like 60 pounds.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. They might be heavier than that now.
Yeah.
But they
look like they're one.
They are considered medium size. They're probably on the larger side of medium size,
I would think.
But they're not on the large dog side.
Really?
They get into like mastiffs and like my dog, like the dog next door, that's a large dog, like a Great Dane and stuff like those are large dogs.
I feel like maybe I'm talking about the common dogs that you see
I got you.
around.
For a regular dog.
Because how many people have greyhounds? How many people have,
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? Anyway, so he's a good size, because he's not a big dog and he's not this big where
Yep.
you turn around
And
and
you step
accidentally
on it, and you
step.
broke
Yeah,
its face. Yeah.
right. So anyway, but he's been pretty good. I just the smell of a dog. And by the way, I don't smell your dogs
Well,
when I
something's
come
wrong
here.
with you. You
I,
gotta
I
get a
don't,
hold of
or
the old
maybe
sniffer.
I've
You're just used to it.
yeah, maybe I'm used to it.
You're just like, oh, that's Chris's house. It smells like Chris's house.
I don't think of that though.
Aaron works really hard. My wife does an amazing job. She's home.
Mhm.
She takes care of it. She cleans constantly. She's always sweeping.
See, so really probably don't smell your
When the
dogs.
sweeper goes off, though, when you turn that sweeper on, when you turn the vacuum on, holy cow!
Oh, you empty it and you get a whole
Oh,
dog's full
dude, I could. Whew, it's a lot of hair.
I bet.
A lot of hair every time. I
Uh,
can only sweep half my house and it fills up the vacuum. I gotta
yeah,
empty it and then sweep the other half.
I believe it. I believe it. I've vacuumed twice since he's been here, and I can't really see all the hair. Like I'll see it like I have a black coffee table.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see it on there.
Yeah.
It's real easy to see. And sometimes I'll just see just in the right angle with the right light. I'll be like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I feel like I'm going to turn my house upside down cleaning it after he is gone, and I have also strongly considered replacing the because I have carpet in my living room
Yeah.
and a little hallway where my
Yep. Yep.
where my bathroom goes, and then in my bedroom. Um, I've considered replacing at least the living room carpet.
Has he had some accidents?
No,
Oh, you're fine.
but
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just vacuum up. You vacuum a few times, you'll stop getting hair here in about a month and a half, 2 months.
I also think about all the bacteria and germs and stuff that he brings in from just
So,
being
so
outside.
why don't you just steam clean the carpets one time?
I might do that, but I will definitely do that.
First off, you ever steam clean those carpets before?
I have shampooed them. I don't know. I mean, same.
I don't know what the
same thing.
difference is.
Yeah. More than
Did you
vacuum.
get your hands in there like a sports clip shampooing?
Yeah, I got
We're talking about two
I got
different
an
things.
industrial size Head and Shoulders bottle and I massaged it in there.
But then it sucks it out, right? Then you got the thing where it
Yeah.
sprays it, it does it. So yeah, whatever. So, dude, those things you don't know. Like when you run one of those, and that almost makes you puke.
Yeah.
When you're like, what? There's nothing. What?
Which is why it's good that you did that because,
dude, when we would
corporate holds everything.
Aaron used to. I bought one instead of like going and renting one or whatever. We went through like 3 of them in the span of like 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we were using them constantly, and
because of dogs, or
just to make sure, because she never wanted to. She hates for the house to smell like dogs, and she thinks it always does. I tell her it doesn't, but I don't know what it smells like because I'm in here all the time.
Sure.
But so when we had carpet, she would constantly be doing that constantly.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I wish everybody that owned dogs were like that. You know what I mean? Because you do. I've been in plenty of houses with dogs, and you walk in there and it almost knocks you out.
Well, and that's not necessarily the dog's fault. That's their human.
It's the people's fault.
That's their human.
For sure. For sure.
You just got some people to just. I mean, it would be my house if I didn't have Aaron here.
But for the dog to smell like that, because dogs can't bathe themselves, and they'll go outside, and they'll, even if they don't roll around on the ground outside, just walking around with their paws and stuff. And by the way, there's because my ex has a routine of, she's very, very clean too, just like that. And she cleans all the time, and then she has this routine. He comes in from going out, he immediately, as soon as he steps foot in that house after being outside, he stops. He knows the drill. Give me your paw, wipes the paw off real good. All the paws, wipes him off real good with a towel. And
we do the same thing, but only when it's wet. I only do it if it's going to cause mud or anything like that. So
every time,
almost. Well, I mean, so what I was going to say was almost every time, unless we like the drought that we have in the summer. But
right.
I mean, yeah, we've got a bin with 2 It's always got 2 towels in it. Sometimes one of them will get pretty nasty looking. You got to switch it out, right? And then go wash. Yeah, but we've got about 6 towels that we use just for the dog's paws.
Yeah, that makes sense. So anyway, I just even when what you don't see, that's what I think about.
Yeah.
The any of the bacteria that he brings in, he'll come in and he'll be just laying there, sitting there, or whatever, and he's gnawing at his paws, he's licking his paws, he's roll at night only. It seems like
being a dog, you know, it's so crazy.
He'll roll around, like dig his face into the carpet and stuff. Like it seems like either he has allergies or he's from what I understand, they like maybe they try to roll their smell into whatever like they want to.
Yeah, they own
their
this
territory
place,
and
man.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their joint.
So he's doing that stuff. So I'm like, he's just rolling his body and grinding his body into the carpet. He's walking around.
All the dog dander.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna be sweeping for a while. You're just gonna have to. I'm surprised that you've only swept twice in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Only because you can't see it.
I can't see most of it. But that's the thing. And then he's not allowed on the furniture, but he will lay on the floor up against the furniture. So I'm like, I gotta do all like the fronts and the bottoms of the chair and the couch and everything. So I'm gonna have to do a really good. And he also loves to go. So there's like maybe a foot of space between the bottom of my bed and the floor. You know, it's up on a little stand.
So he likes to go underneath.
He likes to go underneath the bed to wedge himself under there. And I'm like, I gotta move the whole, but my bed is 6,000 pounds. I gotta move that thing now and clean under there. I mean, I think I might be once or twice a year.
I might be more excited about the clean that you're gonna go through and the process after he leaves.
Well, the clean might be so major that I rip up carpet and put down new flooring like this. That might be part of the clean.
Do what you got to do, man.
We'll see.
I love this stuff, man. This is I love this stuff. It's
much easier to keep clean.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So anyway, I've
never been a carpet fan. The only problem is your house gets really loud, especially if you've got little kids in there. Whew, that little screech that was muffled a little bit is now no longer muffled.
Yeah,
but
which I don't have to worry about that, but it's I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that.
I love that your ex got you to watch a dog for 2. You know what? That brings me to our next point.
She swears that she asked everybody she possibly could, and nobody was able to do it.
So she called 2 people, and they were like, "Nah, man, I can't do that." She was like, "Well, I guess I gotta call Adam."
And it was, she wasn't even going to ask me because she knows how I feel about dogs. But
she also knows that you can't say no to anybody.
I can't say no. And also because she got to the point where it was like, you know what? I'm about ready to give them up for adoption. So it was going to be,
she totally guilt tripped you. She guilt tripped you. She was not giving, there ain't no way she's giving that dog up for adoption over 2 weeks. 0 chance.
Well, she'd
have talked to work
before that anyway, but
malarkey.
I kind of talked her into keeping him at one point, but anyway,
sounds like a phenomenal dog. Why would you get rid of it?
It's a good dog. It's a good dog because it's a dog and it's in the house.
Not you, her.
I know. Oh no. She just I don't know. Well, a big part of it is because she's gone for a long time every day, and it just sits there in the crate all day long by itself.
Sounds like it's a really good dog. Could probably leave it out. And she's clean enough. She doesn't have stuff sitting all around. Could probably leave that dog out. 4 years old now. That dog will be fine.
Maybe.
And super stoked when you get home.
Although if it's crate trained, is he going to have a hard time adjusting at first? And is he going to gnaw and stuff?
No. He's past the gnaw. He's past the chewing stage. They only chew when they're real young and they're getting their they're losing their baby teeth and getting new teeth in. That's when they do all the chewing.
Dogs lose their teeth?
Oh yeah, those puppy teeth. Yeah, you think that the teeth grow?
Ew. I don't know. I guess I never really noticed.
No, it's just like anybody else
falling out.
Absolutely, yeah. Puppy teeth all fall out. Yeah,
gross, man.
Yeah. I mean, you just be walking around and be a tooth in the snagged into something. You'd be like, oh,
wow,
so and so lost a tooth.
See, that's even,
and a lot of them just eat them.
That's my point.
A lot of the dogs, as they get bigger, their puppy teeth are so small that as they lose them, they just and they're dogs. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty dumb.
But it's no doubt. That's why I love them so much. Keeps me from being the dumbest person in the house.
Oh, whatever.
And actually, the husky might be smarter than me. Remy, on the other hand, he's dumb as a rock. He's dumb as a rock. But okay, so that brings me to my next thing then. All right. So let's hear. So it's been 2 weeks. We heard about your last date that we'll call it a date. We'll call it a date.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll call it a date. You went to a restaurant.
It was a half date. One half of the party showed up.
When Adam got ghouled.
That's right. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. He got ghouled. He did not bring his water in the aerosol can for his ghoul spray. Right. Came up with last week. Right. So I mean, now that I know you've had a dog for 2 weeks, I know you have not been on a date.
Chris,
am I wrong?
Let's count 4 dates.
Let's go.
That have been planned, agreed upon, and subsequently canceled either the day of or the day before.
At least they canceled.
Well, I'm including that first one.
Okay.
But 3 more,
so
and yes, the other people did bail and eventually say something to me about it. So anyway,
so
the first 4 attempts at dating again,
it's like
failed. That's a very bad.
It's like you got to make 10 sales calls to get 1 sale, right? You gotta, sometimes you just gotta put your nose to the grindstone, bro.
But if they were 10 matches that didn't turn out to be dates, fine. These were planned dates that 2 people agreed upon, and they all flaked.
Oh man,
they all flaked. I don't know. I'm like,
how can I ask?
It has to be something I'm doing.
Now, how old are
they? These are all, and look, I have a history of dating younger women.
There's no doubt.
The youngest one, 34 maybe. So like 7 years younger than me.
Yeah. Okay.
The others 40.
Oh, right there.
Huh. Right there with me. So, I the one that didn't the no call no show was 40 years old.
Really?
Doing that at 40 years old.
40 years old.
Get it. If you're 20,
that's what you do, right? You're like,
I guess that's what happens now.
Yeah.
But you're 40.
Wow.
Yeah. That's more unacceptable.
So sorry, I started laughing. I wasn't laughing at you. I'm laughing at something popped in my head. So
oh yeah,
recently
I said something earlier.
No, I'm about to tell you. So recently, my wife has found what she is calling her new favorite show.
Okay.
And it is, have you ever seen The Bachelor? The Bachelor, The
I know
Bachelorette?
the show, yeah.
They have the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, I've seen
these chicks are 70 years old. He's like 68. She's older. Like he was married for 40 some years. And dude, all it is him crying about, I feel bad for him, crying about his soulmate that he lost after 42 years. And
widowed or
widowed.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a widower. Is that how they do it?
I think so.
It almost sounds like he killed her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have a widow.
A widowed,
right? You have a widow, and then he's like, well, I'm the widower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took care of that.
Yeah.
Took care of that business.
Yeah.
I'm the widower.
She was the widowee.
Yeah. So yeah, he's the widower. And yeah, dude, he's going through this and he's got all these, oh my gosh, and they make out all the time. I don't know if you call it making out. It's more just like
what does that look like?
A sloppy, like awkward, shaky hands, shaky head, open mouth. They don't know what to do, and it's like,
because here's why I can picture that, because all the kiss cams from all the sporting events,
Everyone you've
Whenever
ever
they get
seen.
older folks,
Yeah.
they don't know how to kiss anymore.
No, that's it.
You somehow lose that
You
ability.
lose it. They don't do it anymore. They're just like, hey, how are you? Good. How are you? I don't know. Did you do the laundry? Did you do the dishes? No. Well, neither did I. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. And they go to bed
In separate rooms.
separate rooms.
Oh man.
Oh,
So that that's
so that reminds. So you might have to go onto the Golden Bachelor to find your old lady, man.
I'm
They
getting
had
there.
a pickleball contest on it.
Oh, of
They all
course they
play
did.
pickleball.
Pickleball, shuffleboard, all of it. I'm sure they had what are the other ones?
They
Swim
had,
some laps.
they had one lady. They had one lady who was the captain of her pickleball team back at home, and she like runs and like they called it a dive, and she hits a ball and then almost falls face first because she can't stop herself and has no balance. And thank God there was, about 50 people there watching it, from the crew, and they like grab her like, girl, you gonna break a hip out here. What you doing?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of the Golden Bachelor here. I've seen a couple commercials for it.
But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Entertaining, huh?
Oh, it's entertaining. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's
Very nice.
entertaining. The one girl tries to be like the witch, like the mean girl. Like you ever watch The Bachelor, and there's always that one girl in there. There's that one girl, and they're all in there trying to like, go behind each other's back, and one of them's always mean to the other one. So they got this 70-year-old lady trying to be mean to this other girl, and she's like, I just wanted to talk to you and tell you I didn't mean to say like, listen here, you need to zip it. And then the girl's like, oh, and she goes to the old man. So and so told me to zip it. He has to have a conversation. Did you tell so and so to zip it? And I'm like, what are we watching right now?
Wow.
This is the greatest thing. Grandma and grandpa, great grandma and grandpas. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, it just reminded me at some point you'll be on the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe. I mean those I just can't do those shows because they're so they're those people are not actors.
No, but they're
But
also
they have
not
to-
there to
but they
fall
have to
in love.
act.
I love the fact this is my favorite line. I've heard it so many times on commercials watching this stuff. I had no idea that when I came here I would fall in love. Isn't that the whole point of what you went to a place to go get married to somebody in a month?
Yeah, that's the point of
And
the show.
that's the point of the show. Like,
Yeah. And also I don't believe that you're in love. I believe you're saying that for the camera.
no, out of 20 years, isn't there only like one that's still together?
No clue. No idea.
I would love to know what the stats are on that.
I'm sure they're easily look upable.
All right, so
Producer Ronald, can you
throw it up on a screen for us, will you?
Thank you.
While
While he's looking that up.
while he's looking that up, we'll get on to the next step. What else do we have today?
Well, I need to I'm still washing this Reese's stuff down. I want some more, but I'm still washing this down. But anyway,
I'm gonna have some when we're done.
this water is
From
been
2
sitting here
weeks.
for a while.
Did you grab a couple
That is
weeks?
some stale water.
Oh,
That
you
is some-
slime belly gutter snipe.
Some stale
Did
water.
you pull that one? You were ready for that one. Well done. That was well done. I'm at
What do you
Chewy.
mean?
So I'm at Chewy's today.
Okay.
Okay. I'm at
Nice,
Chewy's.
nice restaurant chain.
Yep. I'm at Chewy's having lunch. And we're getting ready to leave. And I'm sitting there and there's a group of I don't know, high school age girls that come in with one older lady, and she's talking to them. She's loud as can be, first off, which is no big deal. Whatever. That's just how some people are. I can tell something's going on. I've been hooked on this thing, making my headpiece has been hooked on this thing, making all kinds of noise. Anyway, so she's loud as can be and talking about, well, and when you guys get to college, you'll do internships and you don't get paid, but so she's just talking like, so she's obviously trying to be a mentor of some sort to these girls.
If these girls are in high school, why aren't they in school during that time?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe they're in college. I don't know where they're. But anyway, so besides the point, so she ordered a water. So as I'm getting ready to leave,
kind of loud ladies club.
as I'm getting ready to leave, we turn around, walk out, and I hear her say the words, "Oh, that's a little stale." And the one girl goes, "Oh, didn't you just get water?" She goes, "Yeah, I did. but it just tastes stale. And this little girl goes, I don't know that water goes stale. It's probably the best line I've ever heard in my entire life. And this lady was trying, and then she proceeded to complain to the waiter that she had stale water and would like another water. But she didn't want it from the same place that she got the last water because it would come back stale again. It's water.
I know what this lady's saying. I know what she's saying. But here's the problem. That's their water there.
That's the water, man. That's my thing. That's what people's their water that has a little bit of taste on it, right?
Restaurants have different water.
Absolutely.
And some of it stinks. Some of it is not good water. It tastes a little dirty, and I think that's what she means. Because if you get water out and you let it sit
ask for
overnight 100%. And all day long, yeah. It's going to taste, if it's in an open container, an open glass or something, it's going to taste different next time you taste it.
100%.
It's got dust in it.
That next day or the next morning when I take a drink, when I finish the water next to my bed, yeah, it's always got a little something extra on the end of it. You know what I mean? Got a little aftertaste.
The doo-doo particles from the bathroom floated down the hall and settled in.
I'm trying to breathe those in.
Yeah, you do. Trust me.
Yeah. Especially in all the hairs up in this nose, man. It's stuck up there.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
I'm brushing my teeth with it.
I really should. Yeah, because it's on the toothbrush. Right.
Keep my toothbrush in a drawer.
I've been keeping mine, especially if I go in there to use the restroom number 2. I will take my if my toothbrush is in there, I'll take it out and put it in my bedroom, and then go in there. Is that funny? That's the whole thing. That's like you keeping yours in a drawer.
You buy it in a drawer just because that's where the little slot is, where it looks like a toothbrush.
Oh no.
You every time you go to drop a douche, you got to take your toothbrush out. Yeah. Walk into another room, put it down, close the door, walk in.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I don't want those things.
You gotta stop watching Mythbusters.
Well, the myth was not busted on that, so it's true. And so I'm trying to not get sick. I used to get sick 15 times a year. Honestly, in the last 2-3 years, I have not gotten sick as much. I think it's that and a combination of other things. I'm getting more and more OCD, and I'm getting more freaked out about germs and stuff as I get older.
Take your toothbrush and put it in your bedroom.
Yeah, that's right.
And then bring it back when you're done.
It stays in there until I need it again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I love the fact that if you got to drop a douche, you have to
especially
move your toothbrush to a different room.
Yes.
All the stuff that's in that bathroom and the toothbrush. I mean, it goes in your mouth. I get it.
Yeah.
But you know that the toothpaste that you put on there way overpowers any of that stuff, right?
Well, it doesn't kill the germs, though. I mean, it doesn't kill the particles.
Isn't that the whole point of toothpaste? Is to kill all the germs and bacteria on your teeth and stuff?
I think it helps do that with the teeth, but it's not. I don't think it's like.
So it'll do it with your teeth, but not the brush.
Not alcohol. It's
no, it's not.
It's not killing everything. It's not. Yeah.
I don't know that anything kills everything.
Yeah. No. I mean, according to the label on the Lysol wipes, 99.9% of bacteria.
I'm going to tell you right now. I could drop a deuce with the toothbrush while I'm brushing my teeth. I could drop a deuce with a toothbrush on the back of the toilet, and I'll pick that toothbrush up and I'm gonna go brush my teeth with it, and it wouldn't bother me one bit.
Here's another reason why I have to do that at my house. I have one restroom in my whole house, and it does not have an exhaust fan. That's a big deal to me.
Okay, that's not taking the germs and stuff. That's just taking the stank.
It's taking but it's pulling air out. I mean, I think it takes some of it.
It's going to take some of it out. Okay,
not all of it, of course, but either way, and
I want to get Dr. Fauci on this show. We need to get Dr. Fauci on here. We need Fauci on
here. Is he still around? What's he doing now?
Well, I don't. He's probably still doing the same job he was before, just way more disappointed because he's not getting nearly as much airtime.
Is he calling the White House every day? Just tell him there's another variant coming. Just tell him. Just tell him that.
Come on, I'm gonna make up and let's go. Come on. We had the Omicron, now we've got the Afghanistan we've got the stale water. Yeah.
Stale water variant.
Yeah.
That should be the next one. They said, it's we're getting into cold and flu season, so it's you hear that it's coming, another one's coming. But anyway,
of course, like every year. So,
yeah.
Adam, I just went to Washington.
I need to hear about this. We started talking a couple weeks ago about flying. How you mentioned early on in this episode.
Here's the deal, bud.
4 plane trips.
4 plane trips. And I got some customers. So the first 2 we were on we were all in a center seat. It sucked. I was in a center seat. Dude in front of me is in a center seat. And the guy in front of me he's so irritated that this guy brought a everything bagel or whatever it's called sandwich on the plane, opened it up in the middle, and he's you just see his head. Oh, he's so disappointed that this guy's trying to, get some grub in him.
Isn't everything bagels that smell like something?
Yeah, like real garlicky.
Oh, okay.
So I get it. It has some stank to it. But here's my thing. This dude doesn't know what I had to go through. When I got to my seat, old boy was already in the aisle. Okay. Green Bay Packers sweatshirt, sweatpants on, bald head. He's already got his eyes closed. You're in the aisle and there's no one in the 2 seats next to you. Don't start going to sleep yet just because you got on early. You're going to have to get up at least once, maybe probably twice. Don't go to sleep.
That's crazy.
Dummy. So he's got some noise canceling. I've got a couple of these. I got a couple.
He's got his eyes closed and he's got the noise canceling.
Oh, yeah. So I got to give him a tap. I said, hey, bub.
Boy,
I think I'm right there. Ooh. He gets up. I sit down. He's already got the armrest up. Okay. Because he can't fit in that chair if the armrest is down. My man falls asleep with his hands inside of his sweatshirt, in the front of his sweatshirt, elbows out on both sides. Every time they walked the cart down, he woke up because they nail his arm. Me in the middle seat, I was on top of this poor guy who, thank God, he was sleeping all curled up against the window because I was all the way up on him because this dude's leg. I was going to take a picture and I should have did it. Like, you look at the chair in front of you, right? And you try to keep yourself inside the chair in front of you. My man was like all the way, almost halfway across with his leg spread out, spread eagle, hands in sweatshirt, knees spread eagle, hands in sweatshirt, front pocket, elbows out, sleep the whole trip.
How long is this flight?
That was about 2.5 hours.
That's
then we had another like 2-hour flight after that. So anyway, the funny part is, the best part about this is, dude in front of me is so irritated because it's taking everyone so long to get off the plane. It doesn't take it. I mean, it's not like a magic show. Like, you can't just poof, be gone. You got to get your crap, and like, it takes a second. You got to get up one at a time, move your stuff, get a bag. It takes a second. Just because they're unboarding doesn't mean everybody just sprints off the plane. It's just so irritated. This is how irritated he was. We got to go catch the next plane. Okay. There's 4 of us on this plane. 4 people. I'm the very back person, last person on the plane, the very back. 4 people, same group. We all meet up before. I'm sorry, there's only 3 because the girl that works with us, the lady, she missed her flight. She missed the flight. Yeah. She missed the flight, which is super hilarious. She had to sit. She made it there after they shut the doors, but then we sat right there for like 20 minutes before we got the okay to go taxi. So she had to just stare at our plane for like 20 minutes and they wouldn't let her on.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Anyway, so there's 3 of us and we've got a connector, right? I get off the plane and I start looking around. Where I was the last one out of all these dudes off the plane. Where is everybody? There's no one that came on. We're talking like this. People were all going on this same trip together, right? Everybody just took off and bolted on their own. Who gets on a plane with somebody, has a connector on the exact same plane and nobody waits for each other. What are y'all doing? I get off the plane. I sat there for like 25 minutes. Where is everybody? Finally, I call, say, hey, where you at? Oh, I just got to the terminal. Oh, okay. Called the next dude. Where you at? Well, I'm getting ready to get on the whatchamacallit. I had to go to the bathroom right away. Sorry. Where'd you go to the bathroom at? Well, I walked 4 or 5 terminals down or gates down, and then went to the bathroom. There's a bathroom right outside our thing. I've been sitting here waiting for somebody to come out of this thing. Where are you people from? Where are you from? We're all traveling together. Why are you leaving? Oh, so that was ridiculous.
The guy that you had to sit next to that was taking up all the space makes me more mad than that, but I do totally get that.
If you're on a plane and you're with let's just say you're with work. Let's just call it work. You're with work. Let's say you have vendors that bring you chemicals and stuff like that, probably, right?
Yep.
Vendors like, we want to come take you to our plant out in Egypt. Come see the tombs and all that stuff, or radio towers or whatever they really are. I don't know. And we want you to come out, and when you got off the plane, would you take off or would you wait for that dude?
Yeah, I would think I would wait.
You think you would wait?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 100%. You would wait for it. There's no thinking.
Okay,
You would get off the plane and you stop and you look at the little entrance and you're like, do. Hey, there's my dude. What's up, man? How'd it go? What'd you got? I saw that big dude had to sit next to you. That sucked. Let's roll, bro. You know what I mean? Right?
I don't know why suddenly I'm talking like that, but yeah,
that's how I talk.
No, yes, yeah.
Was,
it is a little strange that they just
I'm lost. What is going on with these people?
I was gonna ask you, was it a short amount of time before you had to catch that connecting flight?
We had an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, they probably boarded 35, 40 minutes after we got off, but it was still with plenty of time. Nothing was delayed. Everything was on time. Everything was fine. It took 12 minutes to get to the other gate. It was not that far.
It sounds that way, because if you're standing around for a while waiting, because if you had to,
I waited for 25 minutes before I
say,
realized I was all by myself.
If you had 15 or 20 minutes to get to that next plane, I'm sure you'd look around and be like, okay, everybody's in a hurry, so that must be where they are. I'm just going too.
I was able to get to the other gate after they were both there. Asked them to sit with my stuff for a minute so I could drop a deuce, and get back, and they were starting to board.
What did you do with your toothbrush while you were doing that?
It was in my bag.
Okay.
I actually thought about using it to scrub a little bit down there, but I figured that might go a little too far. I get enough poop particles just having it in the bathroom.
It's just in the air.
I mean, you might as well just scrub your asshole with it.
I don't know about that though. I'm just not sure about that.
So I got another one. So on the way back, I tried to upgrade everybody because nobody likes sitting in the middle and the plate. So we had the Comfort Plus,
okay,
for about a 35-minute flight, and then for 4.5 hours from Seattle in, I was on an aisle. I'm totally good with an aisle. I can get a little kick out when I need it. I'm usually pretty good at getting the old tuck under. I'm not super tall. I'm okay there.
Yeah.
So
we short kings can do that.
We can do that. Yeah, these short kings. So I'm sitting there, nice lady next to me. She sits down. I could tell she wanted to talk, and I had the headphones in. And I was like, whatever. So I just popped them out, and I was like,
you're in your element.
Yeah, exactly. She starts talking. She just had, I didn't know this at the time. Sorry, I shouldn't say that yet. So she's going to Dayton, Miamisburg for a Mary Kay convention. She's a Mary Kay salesman.
Of course she is.
And if you looked at her, she was a Mary Kay salesman.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Short hair, middle-aged to older woman.
Believe it or not, I was just talking about the amount of Mary Kay that was on her face. Is what I was talking about. Like whatever the brightest red is, 5 shades brighter than that was on her mouth. Like you could see her in the dark walking up and down. So, but no, I would say she's probably, I don't know, probably 40, my age, 35, 40 years old.
Okay.
Sits down, talking. You can tell she doesn't get out of the house very often because she's just talking to strangers. And I say hi and hey, that sounds like fun. Yeah, Mary Kay family, blah blah blah. Yeah, I was out here. She lived out. Yeah, you live out here. Here's where I was at. Da da da. So we start going. Pop the headphones in. I downloaded. I've never seen John Wick, any of them. So I downloaded John Wick 1 and 2. I had John Wick 1 on the first flight. Finished it up. Getting into John Wick 2, and like in the corner of your eye, you can just tell. Like I was like, this girl's got to take a piss. She's got to take a shit. Something. Sorry, pardon my language. She's got to drop a deuce. She's got to do something because she put all her stuff away and she's kind of like tight kneed, hands in between her, you can just tell like she's just. So I kept looking, like make eye contact with me so we can have this conversation. And you need me to get up. Finally, I just kind of keep peeking over and we catch eyes and she's like, can I? And I was like, absolutely. Yeah. And I hit pause on the headphone, but I got my wife got me these sweet JBLs that have like you press the other one and it'll say noise canceling. And then it goes to ambient and all this other stuff. Well, I had the noise canceling on because it's loud in them things. Mm-hmm. So I can hear, but I can't hear. Right. This girl looks at me and she goes, can you get my bag? She's pointing at the bag and I'm like, oh yeah. So I go up, I pop the thing down for her, grab her bag. She goes, I just want to say, babe, sorry, you look a little weird when I come back. And I was like, look weird when you come. What the hell's what is going on? And I sit back down and I was like, what did I just give her a bomb? What the hell just happened? I'm gonna look weird when I come back.
And she was looking all nervous before that.
Yeah, I'm like something's going down. I'm like, whatever. So I don't even think I turned it back on. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for this person to come back in case I got to put her in a sleeper hold or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
You got to put her in the sharpshooter.
That's right. Yeah, right in the middle of the plane. Flop, flop, poof, twist that leg around. You're out, girl. Just one little kick to the belly takes care of everything.
That's right. Stone cold stunner into the sharpshooter.
Into the sharpshooter. I feel like I'd have to spear first. You got to spear, right? You got to get this. You got to get the real NFL hardcore tackle down first. So
then you put her up in the jackhammer.
And then the jackhammer. I don't know if I get her up in the jackhammer's tight plane, but we try. So maybe the rack. Maybe we put her in a torture rack. So she comes back and she does. She's got a sweatshirt on now and it's all puffed out. And I'm like, what the heck is going on?
You hear some ticking.
She like strapped a bomb to her. I get up and I move out of the way and I sit back down and I see these two little things come out the bottom with hoses on them. My girl's pumping. She's getting ready to pump. I was like, oh man, good for you. Yeah, me scared there for a minute. I was not gonna lie to you. I had no idea what was about to go down until I saw them two little bottles attached to a hose come down. Oh, I was like, man. Scared me to death there for a minute. Yeah. So yeah. So she pumped for the next however long and yeah.
Just making a little 2%.
Yeah, it's that was whole milk.
That was whole.
Whole milk. That was whole milk.
That's fair.
Poor thing. Wasn't a lot though. Come to find out because then now you got to have a conversation. Because I'm in trouble. I'm like, man, I thought you were I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I was like, to be honest with you, I didn't hear what you said. All I heard was I'm gonna look different. Yeah. And I was like, I'm lost.
And now I'm thirsty.
Now yeah, she says she just had a 3-month-old 3-month-old little kid. So it's her fourth child. Sheesh. So we had some child talk. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she wasn't producing very much milk. Poor thing ain't getting a lot of grub. It ain't holding food down, she said. I was like, probably because you ain't got a lot in that bottle. Look at that bottle's only got like this much in it. Mm. Poor thing. Mm. So anyway, she was getting ready to go party with the Mary Kay girls, though. Yeah, she was up. Yeah, pump you up. Yeah, so that scared me to death, but that was pretty funny. That was a good one.
Mary Kay. All right.
Good old Mary Kay. I asked her if she had a Cadillac or anything. She didn't have no Cadillac. Well, yeah. So Aunt Betsy out in Shippensburg. Shippensburg, PA. Anybody from out there? Aunt Betsy.
Aunt Betsy does a little.
Oh, Aunt Betsy says, oh heck yeah. I'm pretty sure cousin Jen does too. Pretty sure Eric's wife says a little Mary Kay on the side. Pretty sure. Nice. I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
Well, so those were your big
That's all.
major
Yeah, that's the
plane
major
stories.
plane stories. What else was there? Oh, the guy who was getting really pissed off because of how long it took people to get off the very last flight.
He brought on an everything bagel.
He dropped his wallet and figured it out as he was getting off. So he had to stop traffic and get back onto it
Oh,
as people were coming out. He's like diving in and out of seats in between people trying to get back into his spot. And I'm like, that's right. That's what you get. That's karma. You're the last one off the plane now because you
because you're in
couldn't.
such a hurry to get off.
Uh,
It does feel like, oh my God, this is taking, because once you land, you're like, oh my God, okay, I just want to get on, I just want to get off this plane. So I get it. I get wanting to get off, but also you're right. It can't just happen. I wish everybody was fast about it.
Everybody does, but no, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Some
It's not
people
going to
it
happen.
just takes them too long, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's there are a lot of people on there. They got to get bags and all that, and it's just gonna,
It
you
is
just
what it
gotta
is, man.
just sit and relax and know it's gonna be another 10 minutes or something before you get off
Yeah,
that plane, and
exactly.
just gotta settle in.
Yep. Just gotta settle in, man. Just gotta settle in. Oh, I did fall asleep. I downloaded a movie. What was it?
John Wick 3.
No, it was on the way down there. I can't remember what it was, but it had like Tom Hanks, Asteroid City or something like that, maybe. Yeah, Asteroid City, I think is what it was called.
That's a Tom Hanks movie, huh?
Yeah, Tom
Tom
Hanks
Hanks
is in
joint.
it. He's in it. It's very slow and very boring, and I fell asleep.
Hmm.
But I was so I'm dozing off, and I wake up and I look up, and who's the girl that plays Black Widow? Uh, she's
Uh,
married to the guy on Saturday Night Live. Not married, dating the guy on Saturday Night Live. Weekend Update. Scarlett Johansson.
oh yeah.
So
Married.
I wake up and Scarlett Johansson, she's like, I think we should get a divorce. And as she says it, she takes off a towel. And I don't know if it's her or not because it just shows from the body down at that point. And it's a butt naked woman on my giant iPad right in the middle. And I went, oh my God. I'm like smacking at my iPad, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I fell asleep 20 minutes ago. What happened? What kind of show is
How many
this?
naked ladies have been on the screens since I
How many people think I'm just bet? Because like when I fall asleep on a plane, I don't have anything, so I like put my head up on the one in front of me because I don't know how to fall asleep on a plane in the middle because I can't lean anywhere. So
Sure.
my head's in front, leaning on the chair in front of me, and I wake up and there it is. I'm like, oh my God! Somebody probably thinks I'm bundled over here trying to help Uncle Freddie get a little something. I don't know.
Uncle Freddie. Okay. World Series.
World Series. How about the you want to play the game or do we just talk about it? We've gone far enough.
Go ahead. What
I was gonna pull up rosters. I
is
was
this
gonna pull
like,
up rosters and have you name.
yeah, we can do a few if you want.
You want to try it? You want to try it?
I'm probably going to be terrible at it, especially if you go like relief pitchers and stuff. But
How about this?
this
No
is-
relief pitchers.
Okay. Still,
Have you watched any of the games?
I've caught innings and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't watched a full game. I don't think any full game.
Okay. We
All
can start off.
playoffs.
We can start off nice and easy, right? Let's start off easy.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's go to. Man, the first game is not till Friday.
Mm-hmm.
How do we click on this and find out? Before we even. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Matchups. All right. Let's say. Let's see. How about nice and easy? Corey Seager.
Who's in it again? Oh yeah, the Rangers.
Rangers and Diamondbacks. All right.
Yeah.
So who? Josh Young.
Rangers.
Okay.
Third baseman. I think.
Let's go. Let's see. Let's go. You're gonna know most of these starters, aren't you? That sucks.
I don't know.
Maybe not. How about
there are a
okay?
few
Here we
guys
go.
that I've just learned about in the playoffs.
Sure, like Josh Young. Yeah, because I thought his name was Jung. See, here's the problem. I don't know any of these guys' actual
He's
first names.
a rookie anyway, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know any of their first. Okay, Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll,
who might be the best player in this series.
well, he won Game 7 basically on his own.
Yeah. Diamondbacks.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be my favorite. How about Travis Janikowski?
former Red, who is with the oh, I just saw him pinch run the other day. Diamondbacks?
Yes, I finally got him.
Rangers.
Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers.
Okay.
How about let's go here. Let's go with a shortstop, Jordan Lawler.
He's a starting shortstop.
No, he's not a starting shortstop for either team.
Yeah, that's Rangers.
Diamondbacks.
Yes.
This is starting to get fun now. Starting to get fun. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Josh Smith. Oh, it doesn't get more vague than Josh Smith.
Atlanta Hawks.
How about white Josh Smith with hair down to his shoulders?
Oh, okay.
Not a reliever either.
Josh Smith. This is embarrassing. Rangers.
Great job. That's a great guess. Great guess.
Thank you.
Great guess.
50% chance.
Let's get we'll get a little easier here. Let's go with Lourdes Gurriel.
Diamondbacks.
Yes. Do you know who his brother plays for?
He used to play for Toronto, right?
He did. Lourdes played for Toronto.
Astros?
Yes, the Astros. He had the purple hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. You'll get this one. Maybe. Geraldo Perdomo.
Diamondbacks.
Yes. Okay, let's do 3 more. We'll make at least a couple of them pretty easy. How about if we say Evan Longoria?
Diamondbacks.
Good job. Nicely done. Evan Longoria. Been playing for 427 years.
53 years old.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Nathan Lowe. Lowe.
Rangers.
Yes, good job. And last but not least, we're going to go with Pavin Smith.
Ooh. Diamondbacks.
Good job.
Yes. I got
That's pretty well done, bud.
3 of those wrong.
Well done.
3 or 4.
That was well done. Well done. So what do you think about this? About this series?
You mentioned it before. Major League Baseball is not going to like this. But
I like this Rangers team, man.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Corey Seager and
Adolis Garcia and all those guys. So this is what I want people to think about this when people come on social media or whatever and say this is all rigged. When there's a Lakers Celtics finals, everybody wants to say, you know, especially if there's a bad officiated game or a bad call at the end of the game, in one of those teams' favors or whatever. Well, yeah, the NBA, it's scripted. It's all, you know, they know who they want. It's all about money, so they're going to put those teams in. Okay, Rangers, Diamondbacks. Nobody thought this. Nobody wanted it. Nobody wants it. I mean, it's
no.
So this goes to show it's not always scripted. It's not. Yes, Major League Baseball is not. They're not going to have as many viewers for this series as they would have if the Phillies were in it.
Yep.
Or if
the Astros were in it.
Right.
People will tune in the Astros just to see them lose.
Yep. So yes, they won't make as much money, I guess, on this, or maybe the TV money doesn't matter. But it's. I'm excited that it's 2 different teams.
Yeah. The TV ratings do matter for future revenue.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. But right now, it is what it is.
You can't do anything about it, man. And if you watch this Diamondbacks team, man, they got Tommy Pham, they've got this Corbin Carroll kid is a stud.
He's fantastic.
He's a stud. There's a lot of young, good talent that was in the ALCS and NLCS. You had the Bohm kid or Baum or however you say his name, the third baseman. I love that kid for the Phillies. Yep. You've got this Adolis Garcia who was left. The Rangers tried to waive. They waived him 3-4 years ago. They waived him. They didn't want him. and he defected from Cuba, and they gave him and somebody drafted him, and they cut him, so they gave him a shot, and they waived him. Nobody picked him up off waivers, so he came back to the Rangers, and now he's one of the biggest home run hitters in the game.
He's built like Yasiel Puig.
Dude, bigger. I'm
Yeah.
telling this dude's guns and traps are as big as anyone in that I've seen. Any Major League Baseball player I've seen. Insane. And so he's the one who got hit, and that whole fight got started with was it Pena? What was the pitcher's name? Pena. Anyway, he got hit after hitting a home run and staring at it for a long time. And look, man, here's the deal. We're in now. It's like eras change. Things change all the time. You hit a bomb and it's a guaranteed bomb. It's gonna get stared at. And if you're a pitcher and you don't like it, don't give up the bomb. Mm-hmm. But don't turn around and try to hit the guy next. Am I saying it's what it should be? No. If it was me, would I hit it and jog around the bases? Yes. I'm not going to throw about 1,000 feet in the air and hoot and holler and point and this, that, and the other, which is all at his own dugout. I get that. But it is what it is. It's everybody does it now. So you can't just decide to hit him. This dude only hit one right-handed batter the entire season. And then he hits Adolis Garcia after he does that. So bench is clear. And then the next time this guy goes out, he hits another right-handed batter. He hit 2 right-handed batters all season. He hit 2 in that series. I don't know if he did it on purpose just to be like, look, I'm still wild. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, feel bad. Dusty Baker's gone now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good young talent. You're going to learn about a lot of guys. This Heim kid, the catcher for the Rangers, is catching every single day. He's a great catcher. He's hitting the ball. He was in the minors for 7 years. 7 years he was in the minor leagues. I didn't realize that. 7 years. That's unbelievable to stick out something that long and not just make it and get a cup of coffee, but make it and be an all-star. He was an all-star this year. Mm-hmm. And he's a phenomenal defensive catcher. He's hitting the ball very well. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good. I'm trying to talk everybody into watching this World Series because it's going to be a good series.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be a good series. Yeah. And when you get to the back end of this Diamondbacks bullpen, bud, you better look out, dude. Mm-hmm. Look out. This kid, Guycheck or Gisai, whatever this kid's name was, holy cow. He pitched 2 innings against the Phillies. He went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and didn't give up a hit. He hasn't given up a run in the postseason. He threw 2 pitches, a high fastball and a curveball in the dirt. He threw 2 pitches and you couldn't hit him. No, nobody knew what was coming. The overhead curveball broke so much that it would be chest high and end up in the dirt. I've never seen those Phillies. You're talking about Schwarber, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, however you say his name, like that whole heart of their lineup looked ridiculous. Bohm broke his bat, turned around after he struck out, slammed his bat on the ground, broke it, slammed it again till it fell apart, walks in the dugout, slams it 4 more times against the steps, and then when it's all it is just 2 inches above his handle, throws it at the bat rack. Like this dude is this. If you can get to this bullpen, it's legit. They had a guy a couple nights ago that threw like 5 innings and just struck out. Schwarber, the same thing, just struck out the top 3. Literally just mowed down, 3 up, 3 down in the 5th inning, or 4th or 5th inning. I think it was the 5th inning. Mowed him down in the 5th inning. And he comes walking out, and they showed the video. Like the manager stops him at the steps and is basically saying, "Hey, great job, you did good. Great job, you're done." And this dude looks at him. He's like, "And you can did you not watch that inning?" You can read his lips. "Did you not watch that inning?" And he's pointing out towards the field. And the manager kind of puts his hands up, kind of gives him, "I get it, I know, but this is what we're doing." Turns around, hands it to the back end of that bullpen, gets the dub. I'm telling you right now, dude, when you've got pitching, that wins in the postseason. And the Diamondbacks, they've got arms.
Yeah, they do. So if you were going to make a prediction.
Texas Rangers.
In
7.
In 7. Nice.
I love this Rangers team, man. I really do. This Adolis Garcia's got home runs in 4 games or something stupid like that. This dude's he's insane. Corey Seager might be one of the best hitters I've ever seen.
Yep.
He
really
right
good.
now, just over the past 2 weeks that I've really watched a lot of Corey Seager because I'm not going to watch Rangers baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love with Corey Seager. I love every aspect of his game. He's got smooth, soft hands at shortstop, a cannon for an arm. He can hit for power. He can hit for average. He'll hit the ball all over the field. His swing is short, compact. I don't like how tight he is beforehand and how low he keeps his hands, but everybody does things for a reason. But when he gets into that launch, and gets through, good dude. It's in that he's my new favorite. He's my favorite player in this postseason. Nice. Him and Corbin Carroll. I got one from both teams, but Corey Seager that dude's legit. I say watch it just to watch Corey Seager hit.
Yeah. That's
and field the ball. God, just field the ball. He had 2. You don't get bad hops in Major League Baseball, but you get a lot of tweeners. Mm-hmm. And he took 2 tweeners and played them as well as anybody can play it and just looked natural, like it was nothing. Catching him right at his cup and just fire strike. Insane. I love it. What's your prediction?
About Corey Seager's cup? Are we talking about size of cup or what?
I think he's just a adult large.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything special going on down there. I mean, I'm not saying it's not special.
Sure.
I'm sure it's special.
Could be very special.
I'm just saying he's not getting nobody's making a cup just like a custom cup for him. I don't think it's anything like that. I don't think it's like Johnny Damon walking around. Every story you ever hear about Johnny Damon isn't about how great of a player he was. It's about how he just walked around the locker room buck naked all the time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say Rangers in 6.
Rangers in 6. Diamondbacks are definitely winning this now. Yep, there's no doubt about it.
For sure they are.
No doubt about it.
Who's winning the NBA Finals?
Lakers.
Lakers are going to win.
Yeah, I think LeBron gets one more before he's done. They're going to have they'll be probably 4 or 5 seed trade deadline, and they'll make a few good moves to really bump
like
them
last
up.
year.
Yeah, except last year they were like 8 or 9, but of course LeBron was hurt.
They finished 8 or 9. They were 12 or whatever.
Yeah, and made that big comeback. But LeBron was hurt for a lot of that when they were 3rd before LeBron got hurt, or 2nd maybe even. And then when he went down for that, I mean, it was a month and a half he was down. But no, I got a good feeling about this Lakers team, man. They took the L last night, but you're in Denver. It's ring ceremony. Did you see Denver's rings?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Dude, you got to look these things up. So Dan Patrick, I listen to Dan Patrick's show every day, and they've talked for years like those rings are too big. You can't wear those rings. They're getting so big you can't wear them anywhere. Somebody was listening. It's got a ring inside the ring that's smaller that says NBA champs Denver inside it, and then it pushes into the side of the ring. So it's a big platinum, silver, platinum, whatever, with all the diamonds. And on the side it's gold, and on the side it says, Jokic, was he 13, 15? Jokic 15, a couple diamonds. But that pulls out, and that's a ring itself.
Huh.
It's a ring inside of the ring. It's pretty slick.
How about that?
Pretty slick. The hole's the exact same, right? So it slides. So if this is the hole, right? You got the hole there. This ring is here, and it slides out of the inside of that. I don't know if any of that. Okay. I don't know if any of that makes any sense.
Sure. Yeah, but, if you were doing shadow puppets, that would look pretty cool.
Yeah, probably. Actually, if I was doing shadow puppets, that would probably get put on Cinemax in the middle of the night.
All right, you got the Lakers. Lakers in how many games? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna tell you what, dude. This Denver team is good.
They're really good.
And I haven't even really, and we haven't got this. I have not got to see. I did not see opening night for the Bucks.
Phoenix. Oh.
And I did not watch that Phoenix game. I know Phoenix has now beat them like 6 times in a row or something like that.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, in the East, I'm looking for Bucks, Celtics. The Celtics were tied with the Knicks when I left to come over here tonight.
They won.
Did the Celtics win?
Yeah, Celtics won.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they were up. Well, they were up 4 with 3 seconds or something like that. And they had the ball.
So, but yeah, I just turning it on for a few minutes and seeing the lineup in there. I think they had their maximum potential lineup in while I was watching it.
Did you watch? How much of that game did you watch today?
I didn't get to see much. I watched like 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Parker turned it on. He wanted to watch it. And so we watched. We came inside and we were watching. We watched all the way. I mean, I watched the whole thing. He fell asleep in the fourth quarter. Porzingis looks unstoppable.
Wow.
Now, he's looked unstoppable many times in his career. If they can figure out a way to watch his minutes and just let him get these spurts in with the people he has around him, he had about 4 wide open threes. He had a couple wide open threes that he just waited for. What's his name? Robinson for the Knicks, big guy. Waited for him to come out on him and was like, yeah, I'm taking you on the dribble all day long. He had 3 block shots that I saw personally. He looked like the difference maker in that game from what I watched.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Doc Rivers loves Porzingis, by the way. Doc Rivers' voice, still a little rough. Sounding pretty good, man.
Is that right?
Yeah, he sounds pretty good. I mean, it's still rough. I don't know that he'll ever be able to speak the same way he ever did.
He won't, because I just heard somebody talk about that on the radio today.
Oh, wait, did you hear where the Dan Patrick show? He was on the Dan Patrick show today.
Oh, maybe was that it?
He had polyps on his vocal cords years ago that they had to take off, and he said he's gone and seen many specialists, and they're like, "Look, you can rest it, and it'll get a little better, but this is basically what you're working with from here on out."
Yeah.
Which is why, speaking of same game, Knicks coach,
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau sounds exactly the same way.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Mount Rushmore of card companies.
Man, we still got 2 more segments.
Mount Rushmore of card companies.
We gotta do this.
We can move right through it.
All right, buddy. You said you did this pretty quick. Like, you not pretty quick, but you have
kept it short.
Kept it short. So I got a lot in here. I got quite a few.
I love it.
Quite a few.
We love talking cards on here.
Yeah. Let's go. What do you got? Let's see what you got.
I'm going. I think number 1 for me is Upper Deck.
Just any Upper Deck. Just Upper Deck in general, with just the diamond up in the top corner, the bottom corner. Yeah. And whether it was in the 90s with that white stripe around the edge, or if it got cleaner and they took the border off, like, no matter, I totally agree. I just put Upper Deck on mine. Upper
Deck put out so many good cards. I mean, I really probably almost every year their cards looked really nice. I feel like you have to put Tops. Tops just feels like
I think I did this wrong.
Okay, you're thinking like Tops something.
I went year of cards.
Okay. I just did
this is way easier if you do it. I don't know if it is though. Did you look into Studio?
Oh,
the old Studio cards when Studio came out with where they would just guys blowing a bubble. It was like glamour shots for. I was reading a website and they said it's like glamour shots for baseball players.
I love those Studio cards for sure. That was Studio was Leaf, right?
Yes.
And was Leaf Donruss, or was Leaf its own?
I think Leaf was its own.
Was its own thing.
I'm pretty sure Leaf was its own.
Those were great cards. You're right. But I'm going Upper Deck. I'm going to go Tops. Just flat out Tops is like the Chevy or the Ford of, like, it's the longest. It's like the longest running. It's the most. It's what you think of maybe first when you think of cards,
especially now because it's Tops or Panini.
Yeah. I went Fleer. Fleer because
Fleer Ultra. When
the
Fleer Ultra came
and
out,
the Skybox, which was Fleer.
yes,
Those two things, and that Skybox
yes.
might have been more basketball, but
I
definitely Fleer. I really Fleer Ultra 2 with basketball. It's those things, and Fleer had some really cool, even just their regular Fleer had some really cool inserts a lot of times.
Yep.
Back in the 90s. So for that reason,
So your last one has to be Donruss then.
here's the thing. I wrote down card companies. I think of all the card companies.
Did you go Bowman?
I went
Donruss?
NBA hoops.
Oh,
NBA hoops. So I didn't just do baseball. So NBA hoops was its own thing, now owned by Panini.
Is it?
Big surprise. Yeah. But originally it was put out because originally basketball, I think, was only like Tops and NBA hoops for a while.
Yeah.
So in the mid to late 80s, those came out, and I love those. Those first couple years, that it was the picture was in the key, like the basketball key.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
I love those. Some of my favorite cards. They're kind of simple, but I really like the NBA hoops cards.
There's a reason this was way harder for me.
Okay.
Because like I have 90-91 Skybox, NBA Skybox.
Yeah.
Because I had a prototype, a Michael Jordan prototype is my favorite card of it. It's probably my all-time favorite card. I've told the story on here before. My dad traded it for a Tony Gwynn rookie card.
That's not a bad trade.
No, that wasn't bad at all. So, and then I have 91 Studio, specifically 91 Studio.
Yes.
Right. So that's to give you an idea, is black and white pictures. That was when I was talking like the glamour shots. And then I don't know if so I'm thinking like I did Upper Deck in general because I just loved Upper Deck, but the Fleer Ultra and Fleer, like Fleer was they're it's an underrated group of cards right there.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to pull up. I got Stadium Club. I have 91, 92. I have 91 Stadium Club, 93 Stadium Club. And then I have the 92 Fleer Ultra, but I think I love the box more than I love the cards. So when the 92 Fleer Ultra came out, that they were real, it was real slick like, but it was like a marble looking, like a green marble looking box. And we were big into that when it came out. I'll give you an idea what the box looked like. You remember that box right there, the green, like marble looking?
Hold on. So it popped up here.
Oh, X out of that thing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Love those cards. Loved them. Those were awesome. But then you go back to just like the regular Fleer. Do you remember those yellow?
Absolutely. I bought a box of them not that long ago.
That's right. Yes. So those, and then you go back and like there was like a span from like 87 to 93 or 94 of Donruss. And the background was like this 80s, like speckled weird background, but Diamond Kings.
Yeah. Diamond Kings were great.
The Diamond Kings, it was like the first big insert, right? That was the very first, like everybody wanted that insert, that Diamond Kings insert.
It was like a painting or something of the
so
stars.
I don't know how we're doing this right now. Now that I'm going through this and the way you were talking about the way you did it,
it's your Mount Rushmore.
Here's how I'm going to start it. I'm going to start with Bowman, because Bowman, when I was a kid, we get Bowman every now and then, but I was not a fan of them.
Me either.
But I honestly will tell you one of my all-time favorite cards, and I'm trying to find it on here now, is the Bowman from, this is the wrong one. I may not have it on here anymore. I think it's 55 Bowman, where the picture was in like a TV. So it was like a wood grain and then like gold. kind of like a little plate underneath, and it would have the picture of the guy in the middle, and almost look like an old TV.
Yeah.
And you see some of the coolest Willie Mays and Mickey Mantles and things like that. That, because of that, if we're gonna just go cards now, if we're just gonna go types of cards,
Card companies, yeah.
I'm gonna go Bowman. I'm gonna put Bowman on there.
Wow.
I think they deserve to be there. Tops is definitely gonna be there. Bowman is gonna be there because they were around for so long, and it was the original. Like Bowman was the original. They're like, that's the OG. Tops came in, Upper Deck came in. I'm putting Upper Deck on there.
Is the Honus Wagner, is that Bowman?
The Honus Wagner is that's a tobacco card. As in that's in tobacco.
Marlboros.
No, like Red Man. Like,
oh yeah,
not in cigarettes.
Actual tobacco.
Not in cigarettes. I'm talking tobacco. Like you ripped open your bag of tobacco and I had a card in it, like Cracker Jacks.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm gonna go Bowman, I'm gonna go Tops, and then you've got Fleer Ultra, you got Stadium Club. The Stadium Club was so big, dude. We were so big in Stadium Club. And then there was, who am I going to put on there?
Members Choice. Wasn't that Stadium Club?
Yeah.
Members Choice. It had a little, like, the whole thing at the bottom. Members Choice, yeah.
And then you have, and then Studio, which was part of
Leaf.
And Leaf sucked.
I mean, they came out with one of the best years of.
They did, with like 2 or 3 of them. They had 2 or 3 years where they kind of did something similar to that with Studio. But Leaf, like nobody owns a set of like 90 Leaf. Nobody even bought those cards. You can still go out and get them for 18 cents. I'm gonna go Fleer Ultra. I'm putting Fleer Ultra up there. I'm gonna go off of just Fleer and go to Fleer Ultra.
Fleer Ultra. That was, I remember when I was maybe 14 or 15, maybe 16. I asked for a specific, it was, I want to say it was 90. Well, I guess I had to be 11 or 12, maybe 90, maybe it was 95 Fleer Ultra basketball. Those came out and I was like, whoa, I love these cards.
Yep.
So I asked for a box of those for Christmas.
Nice.
Got them.
Nice.
Got them.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
It's a good Christmas present.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's right. All right.
Let's go to Jordan Jensen. Jensen or Jansen?
Jensen.
Jensen.
With an E, yeah.
Jordan Jensen.
Meet Jordan Jensen.
She's a carpenter.
That's right.
Her mom is a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Adam. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me a minute to just figure out what I was watching.
Yeah,
took a second. She's a lot. Obviously, whatever the Adderall shortage was, she was talking about is still a shortage because old girl needs it. She obviously is somebody that tries to be. If all the stories of her in public are real, first off, why are you hanging out with all these people if all you're gonna do is make fun of them? Seems like they're all of your friends. Number 2, yeah, she just needed a little bit of Adderall. I gotta tell you though, man, she had some good ones in there, like belly laugh good ones in there. Some of it went by so quick I don't even know what happened, but she had some belly laughers in there.
I agree with you. I agree. I've you know what's funny is,
God, there was a line I was like, don't forget it. It had to do with, it was in the trans stuff, but anyway, sorry. What do you know? You just parallel parked. Or did you just parallel park really well one day? Something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I see. I wrote a few things down, but I wrote them down in a way that I could say something about the joke, but I couldn't explain the joke because it was too dirty to explain on this
Oh yeah,
podcast.
there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
She's got a lot of that stuff in there. But she's a obviously because she talks a bunch about the way she grew up and that kind of thing. She grew up a little rough, like she's a little rough around the edges, I guess.
She was supposed to be the boy.
Right. So and she seems like it sometimes,
she's the boy.
So but anyway, she yeah, the way I had to write all that stuff down to try to keep it PG-13 was hard, but there were 3, 4, 5 times here where I laughed out loud, and each time I'm like, oh man, okay, I'm really liking it.
Yep.
I'm really liking this now. She just, and you're right, she was all over the place. It's even kind of hard to explain just because she was just it is really hard to explain. Watch 30 minutes with Jordan Jensen on YouTube
and you'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
What is non-binary? I thought non-binary was like somebody that, like, you look at them and you're like, okay, it's just a woman, but she doesn't want to be considered a man or a woman.
That's right.
She was making it sound like it was something different, I think. Maybe she just made me feel like it was something different by the way she was talking about one of her friends. Anyway, all right.
Anyway, I really, really liked this. Like, I've seen her on a bunch of podcasts and stuff, and she's kind of funny and stuff on there, but this was the first time I really saw a full set of hers, and it was better than I even expected.
Yeah.
It was really good. And it's funny, I was getting ready to say this a minute ago. She just this past weekend, she was here in Cincinnati at the
really
at Go Bananas. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought about going, but I had a full weekend of stuff. That's another thing I totally forgot to tell you. I went to a wedding on Saturday, which is
what?
Weddings are a big thing for me because I don't like weddings. I'm so happy that I got to go to this wedding though. It was nice. It was a good time.
No, but, it's just not. It is. That doesn't mean. No, but you're gonna go if somebody's getting married. That you're gonna go. We've got a wedding in 3 weeks.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I did go to a wedding.
How did it go?
It was fine. It was good. I got to.
Was this one of the dates that canceled on you?
No. But there was one of the things that I don't like about weddings is is there will be several times at weddings in the past, especially when it's a family wedding and where we got all our family around, there will be somebody associated with the party or just there. And Adam, look at this person. Look,
Adam. Yeah.
So that happened. Wow. And there was I was there with, so this was my assistant from last year. She was getting married.
Oh, cool.
My assistant coach. So a bunch of us coaches were there. That was really cool since we're not going back next year. It was really nice to see everybody. So when we all got to sit at the table together. So the one other coach, she's like, oh, this I guess she had met her a few minutes before this or something. She's like, oh, this girl back here, back at that table, look back there. And so I look back and there's this girl sitting by herself back there. And I'm like, hey, it's the Adam Schmidt of ladies. So
it's right up your alley.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, this girl back there. And she, for some reason, had a picture of her from that night, like from right then.
Because she obviously said, I'm going to take a picture of you and show my friend.
I think she did. So she came back to the table and she was showing me stuff. She's like, yeah, back here. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And she was a cute girl and everything. But but I'm like, well, of course I'm not just going to go back there and talk to,
of course not.
Just go back there and talk to her. Just go in. Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Just go back and start talking to somebody that you don't know.
Yeah, because that obviously that's exactly who I am.
Yeah. So, and she knows that. So anyway, it took her forcing it on me. She, a little bit later,
I see the whole thing. I'm just looking at your face the whole time. Right now, I'm looking at your face. I can see every facial expression. I can see exactly how the night went out, piece by piece, facial expression by facial expression, until that smile right there with the giggle. All right. Geez,
yeah. How many versions of red was my face?
Yes, exactly.
So eventually, she's like, Adam, come here real quick, come here. And so I go back, like, kind of off to the side a little bit, And around this pillar, she's like, "Hey, this is so and so, so and so. This is Adam." And she's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna get a drink." And it was like right next to the bar. But and I'm like, "Oh, you can't just do that." What? But so started. So hey, how's it going? Yeah, how do you know whoever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I coached with her and that kind of thing. And then
Yeah, I made her take all the beatings from the parents that didn't like the playing time their kids got.
Yeah, she did take the only complaint we had. So so anyway, so we talked for 30 seconds, and then this other girl comes over, real aggressive, I guess, that knew this girl. Are you single? That was never had no idea who this girl was or anything like that. But she walks right into our conversation, right to me. Are you single? And I'm like, yeah. and so then that girl starts talking to me. She's married to a guy that's there and everything, but I guess she's, I don't know why she felt like
feeling you out the city where you're at with for somebody else.
I guess
I was getting hooked up with multiple people at this wedding.
I don't think it was that. I think I think she knew her maybe, and and maybe that's why she was. But I'm like, we're already talking. Why are you coming over here grilling me now? So, but anyway, so that girl came in, and then the girl that we knew that was getting married, she walked over and she's like, "Oh, hey, you too." Oh, and she's like, "Yes." And so the whole thing was very embarrassing, and I was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally. I could totally see every bit of this.
So, but then suddenly we had 5 or 6 people right there in talking, and so that conversation with her fell apart right away because of that. And then so suddenly she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go dance to the song or whatever." So she I mean, she didn't even say that she just said it in general and just walked off. So then I'm standing there with these other people that a couple of them I know, a couple of them I don't. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. So I just go back to the table. And then several times throughout, then here's all the aunts and stuff where it's like, oh, she's right there, Adam, she's right there. Oh, go talk to her, go talk to her. Oh, go ask her to dance. Go ask her to dance. Don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
How many times do you have to say, go dance with somebody before you know it's not going to happen?
I'm not going to go dance.
It's not going to happen.
No.
Especially there was a slow dance. If I'm going to dance ever, it's going to be a slow dance.
Yeah.
Never a fast dance.
Sure, of course.
But also, if I don't know you at all, this is the very first time I met you.
Now we got to have that's
already too intimate. That's way too intimate.
Oh.
You're forced to touch each other and be 2 feet away from each other and dance and sway in some sort of rhythm or not, and be forced into this thing. And,
so
and I'm like,
did you end up asking her to dance?
I did not dance. No, of course not.
Okay.
Of course I didn't
Good
dance
for you.
with her. And yeah, I mean, she came kind of close over to the table and started talking to the other girl again that I coached with. And so my buddy's like she's coming up, she's right here. She came over to this table and she's standing right there for a reason. He's like he keeps it every so often. He's like, dude, life is full of opportunities. Okay. He's giving me he's like, here's your opportunity. You got to take advantage of. Like, okay. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. So, and then I told him, I was like, so introverts always know a way around these kind of things.
Yes.
I said, all I have to do is, this girl is a good friend of the girl that I know that's getting married. All I have to do when I leave here is text the girl getting married and say, hey, if you want to give my number to this girl, or can I get her number or whatever. That's the way it's
and done. It'll never happen.
So
did it?
I left and I text that girl and I was like, hey, I didn't, really get much of a chance to talk to her or whatever, but if you want to give her my number, that's fine. Oh no, here's what I said. I said, I'm not sure how she feels about my age, because she was
younger,
15 years younger than me. She's 26 years old. 26. So that was
right at your age range.
That was one,
that's your go-to number, right?
That would be my record. That would be my record if that happened.
15?
15 years would be my record for sure.
If she's
10 is
okay,
it now.
if she's okay with my age.
I said, I don't know how she feels about my age, but if you want to give her my number, that's cool. I didn't hear from her the rest of that night. I'm like,
Obviously, it was her wedding night.
Yeah, I felt bad anyway. I'm like, but that's why I texted her immediately when I left.
Yeah.
Because they were still there for another half hour or something like that. I'm like, she's still with her. If she sees it now, now's the time to say something to her. So anyway, and she was and she was leaving early the next morning for her honeymoon. So I'm like, deal with it now or just forget it. So, but the next day she texts me back and she's like, okay, yeah, definitely. And then she texts me like 10 minutes later and says,
You're way too old, bro.
I'm really sad to say this, but she's not okay with your age. And I'm like, yeah, no, I totally get it.
Totally fine. When I was 25, I'm not trying to hook up with some 41-year-old either.
Yeah. Oh man. So anyway, that was another little thing that happened.
Nice. Did she know how old you were when you guys were there?
Yeah, because that was one of the few things we
got out.
Said, yeah.
Hey, how are you? I'm Adam. Yeah, I'm 57. How old are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
22.
13. Yeah. Might as well be 57 and 13. Might as well be.
You could be my child.
Yeah. I mean, technically, yes.
100%.
That is the case.
Technically, yes.
Wow.
Once you get to that like 14, 15, maybe not 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old thing, I mean, possible, but it's more likely once you get to that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could be my child.
Yeah. Oh, weird. All right. Oh, we have to pick a Mount Rushmore and a company for next week.
Did you grade? Did we grade?
Oh, no, we didn't. 4.1, Jordan Jensen.
Oh, good for you. I'm 3.9. I wasn't sure that I wanted to get because it was a half hour. I didn't know how I wanted to do it. I was gonna keep it just below a 4. I would probably give her a 4 something if she could keep that going for a half an hour. That was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Really good, Jordan Jensen.
Yep.
Who is into some weird stuff.
She is. She's
different.
She's different.
Tucked in white t-shirt, no belt. There's something about when you tuck in a shirt into a pair of pants. You tuck a shirt into a pair of pants. I don't care about that. Wear a belt. You should have a belt on.
There was something about this whole area here.
Yeah, from the shoulders to the knees.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was real like her mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real her mom like?
Yes.
Well, and then she said that her mom was married to another woman, but I never did find out which one was the trans one. Was it her mom? Was her mom or dad? Was her dad or mom? Or was the...
No, that was all the potluck she went to.
No, I get that. But remember when she was talking about her mother-in-law who wanted to get on Prozac? Or her other mom that wanted to get on Prozac?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, you just pretty much just go say that you're depressed or whatever. So she went to her doctor and said she was depressed. He said, well, it might be because of your transitioning. And she said, and she threw its stool. You don't remember that part?
I don't remember that.
It was way funnier the way she delivered it.
I don't know. My memory's so bad. I just watched it 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have got all right, we've got comedy and Mount Rushmore. And I'm trying.
Who's got what? I think I've got comedy.
I have Mount Rushmore, that's right.
All right. So do you still have Mount Rushmores available that you've thought of in the past?
I just remembered, so I thought I had some written down. Yes, here we go. Mount Rushmore of principles. You heard me.
Principles.
Principals.
I'm pretty sure I've only had 2 in my life.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to go with like some Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah. I had a number one that I thought of immediately. So I'm excited about that.
Did we watch this? Did we watch Beth Stelling? If you didn't want me then?
Um,
I feel like we might have
who
watched
did
it.
we do a few weeks ago? It wasn't. It was. No, that wasn't best down. No, we haven't. We haven't done best.
We haven't done that?
I don't think
It's
so.
from 2023.
No, we haven't.
So we're gonna go Best Selling on Netflix. If you didn't want me then.
Beth Stelling.
Looks like she is probably good friends with Jordan Jensen.
She was at the lady potluck, you think?
There's a chance.
All right, look, by next I mean we didn't even mention Halloween.
No,
Halloween
yes.
will be gone by
Here
the
and
time
gone. Yeah, by the time we come through next.
yeah. Any big Halloween plans?
Yeah, everybody comes to the house. Yeah, used to always go to my sister-in-law's house, and then her kids grew up and they moved, and they're no longer in a little subdivision thing. So now they all come to our house. Mother-in-law comes to my house. I think we'll have Max. I think we'll have one of my nephews over here. Just one. Just one. Just one. Linda's gonna split all three of her kids up.
Okay.
Great job on her side, by the way. My sister just was like, by the way, I'm bringing one of my kids to you, the other kid's going to another house, and I'm taking my little baby to my mom's. So she did a good job. She split it up well.
I just realized earlier today and text her about her oldest. That's on Tuesday. Halloween's on Tuesday, which is the day that we normally train. So I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Halloween is so we'll have to do it another day. But that's funny you said that. But I was thinking like, but if he doesn't want to go out, I'll still do it on Halloween because I don't.
Sure.
I mean,
give you something to do. Yeah, exactly. Give you something to do. Yeah. You're more than welcome to come over here, man. All I do is sit and give candy out.
Yeah, I've been going over to my sister's every year for a little bit.
Go to your sister's, hang out with the kids. Does your brother go over there?
They will stop by.
Okay, good.
They'll stop by for a few minutes.
Good. Get to see them all. Yeah, go do something like that. I love Halloween. I love the fact that I can sit down in a chair, cooler of beer, giant bucket of candy, and talk to 100 people in the span of 2 hours.
You giving out the good stuff? You giving out the Reese's and the Kit Kats? Or
we get a bag that's usually got a little bit of all that in it, and then my mother-in-law comes over and dumps her big bag. I got a cauldron, dude, that I got, and it's by the time everybody that comes to my house dumps their candy in there, I'm a handful of candy guy. Like you get a handful of candy when you come over here. It's not one or two pieces, it's handful. And then I'm a handful candy guy.
I'm sure we've discussed this before. You have the 14-year-olds that come and they have a wig on or they have a jersey on.
Oh, I'm big. I ask every single person. I try to get. That's my whole thing is I'm guessing the whole time people come by and I'm like, "Hey, Luigi," and they'll be Mario, just messing like fun. And then the little kid will go, "I'm Mario." I'm like, "I'm just messing with you, man. I know it." Or like Batman will walk by. I'm like, "What are you supposed to be?" Like that. So I love mess or I'll try to guess what they are if there's something different. You know what I mean? They put some thought into it. I'm like, yeah, you put some thought into it. Are you just some random crazy clown doctor? And they'll be like, no, I'm so and so from Roblox. And I'm like, whatever that means. Okay.
Right.
But no, when the older ones come by, I'm like, nah, man, you gotta tell me what you are first. Yep, nope. What are you? I'm a teenager with a hat on. Nope. Next house, bud. That ain't working here.
Okay.
That ain't working here.
So you're denying,
I've never actually denied, but I'll start the denial 100%. I will look you straight in the eye and be like, wrong crib, bro. You got to dress up. You want something here. Can't just walk around and say I'm a high school student.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I'm a senior in high school. Get out of here.
You're not Devin Booker because you have a jersey on. You got to put sun shorts. You got to wear.
You got to shave your eyebrows or do whatever, or take your eyelashes off. Something's going on with Devin Booker's eyes. I don't know what it is.
It's he's got like a white in his eyelash or something. Or
I think he doesn't have eyelashes. I don't think he has eyelashes. I think he's got eyebrows. I don't think Devin Booker has eyelashes.
Huh.
Like you've got, like, women would die for your eyelashes. Devin Booker, 0 eyelashes. That's a good flutter. I'm trying to figure. There's something going on with Devin Booker's eyes that's different, or maybe they're just like black, like coal black. I don't know what it is. There's something going on up there.
I don't know, but he had like 35 last night.
Yep, he's the second Suns player. Only Charles Barkley is the only other Suns player to have 30 on opening night.
Beautiful.
Stat of the day. Pop, pop.
EJ's Neato stat of the night.
There you go.
Sponsored by nobody.
Reese's.
There you go.
So we're ready to go for next week.
We're ready.
All right. I like it. Man, we had a lot today. I apologize for the long timeness and the long timeness. Yeah. Apologize for the long timeness. All right. So till next week, don't forget to turn your headlights on.